There has been a significant development in Bahrain regarding the status of anti-government activist Abdul Hadi Alkhawaja. He has been on hunger strike for nearly 3 months now, protesting his life sentence in prison on charges of plotting to overthrow the monarchy. Mohammed Jamjoom joins us now from CNN Abu Dhabi with details regarding a new trial, Mohammed, and fill us in on how that came about and what his family is saying about this.
Well, Michael, today in Manama, it was announced that the Court of Cessation had decided that Abdul Hadi Alkhawaja and 20 other activists who had been sentenced because of their participation in the uprising last year, that they would be retried. Now, they're still not going to be freed when this retrial is going on, and it's not yet certain when the retrial will happen, but they will get a new trial. And this is something that the international community had called on the Bahrainis to do for a while, because in Bahrain, Abdul Hadi Alkhawaja and the other activists who had been sentenced, they'd been convicted, that had happened in a military court. So there had been a lot of criticism leveled at the Bahraini government because of the procedures. Now, Abdul Hadi Alkhawaja's family actually are expressing disappointment at this development. I spoke to his wife, Khadija Al-Musawi, just a few hours ago. She said that she doesn't believe this will change anything. She believes that the government is only doing this because they want to look good in the eyes of the world, but she really doesn't think this will help anything. She doesn't think her husband will be freed, and she says that this is just another procedure, and it's really cruel for the Bahraini government to be retrying her husband and the other activists, because it will just open up the agony that they experienced the first time they were tried. Michael?
And so what do they say about they're getting a new trial? I mean, one would think it's a new opportunity to prove innocence. They're suspicious, though, are they not, about the civilian courts and saying that they're not going to be any different to the military?
They are just as suspicious of the civilian court as they were of the military court, and we've seen this sort of thing play out in a different case in Bahrain that's also garnered a lot of international criticism. There's been a trial of these medics that were sentenced by a military court last year because the government said they were trying to topple the regime. These are doctors and nurses that were at the medical complex in Manama, the Salamaniya medical complex, during the time of the uprising. Now, these doctors and nurses were sentenced in a military court. Some of them received life sentences. Then it was shifted to a civilian court. They're being retried, but there's been no clarity in the case. It keeps getting postponed. Nobody knows what's going to happen with it, and that's the concern about Abdul Hadi Alkhawaja and these other activists. How long will this new trial go on? What exactly will change? Michael?
Mohammed Jamjoom, following events from Abu Dhabi. Thanks so much, Mohammed.